against White, likes that matchup, spins, gets it. Into the front court. Got it. Butler with 24. Here's Strus. Butler. Got it. Butler put his shoulder down and got to the rim. Fakes. Fires. Butler. He can tie.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Jimmy, can you please take us through that final sequence, transition, Marcus misses, you get the rebound, come down in transition, thought process on that shot at that time, please?
My thought process was go for the win, which I did. Missed the shot, but I'm taking that shot. My teammates like the shot that I took, so I'm living with it. I just really, really, really appreciate the guys that I get to go to battle with, and I'm grateful for those guys. We want to win just like everybody else. Everything we put into this game, day in and day out, it's towards winning, and that's the only thing that we care about here in the Miami Heat organization. But I like it because we can learn from it. I can learn from it as much as anybody else. And in my book, I just think I can't have bad games. I played like trash a couple, and I think that was the series. We had enough. Next year, we will have enough, and we're going to be right back in the same situation, and we're going to get it done.
A year ago, Miami was the Eastern Conference top seed, and in the first round they faced the Hawks, who had to make their way out of the play-in tournament before falling in 5. This year, they're both in the play-in, with the winner advancing to meet the Celtics, the number 2 seed in the East.
Heat on the move with Butler. Hard drive, easy finish. Vincent gives it up. Extra feed. Book it. Tyler Hero connects on a 3. Butler the catch and release for 2.
Is it me or is Jimmy a lot more active early?
That's not you.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
It's him.
I'm just making sure.
Corkscrew. Good and a foul. Kyle Lowry. Lowry sticks it from long range. Lowry, step back J, bottom, a 3. Kyle Lowry coming through for the Heat.
With the phrase Pat Riley coined, no rebounds, no rings.
He did.
The Heat couldn't buy a bucket and they couldn't get a rebound. Rebound 63-39, Atlanta's favor. Second chance points.
Say that again, 63-39?
Second chance points, 26-6, Atlanta. Paint points, 64-46, Atlanta. Block shots, 8-4, Atlanta. Bench scoring, 53-37, Atlanta. Kyle Lowry had to go out of his mind, or this thing would have been a 30-40 point whitewash.
40, yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Miami is going to have to win on Friday night to advance to the postseason as an 8 seed.
In Miami, Florida, in the newly named Kaseya Center, the home of the Heat. It's the Miami Heat against the Chicago Bulls. The winner grabs the 8 seed.
I was able to talk to Eric Spoelstra before the game. Is he feeling this play-in scenario situation? Remember, the Miami Heat came into the play-in as a number 7 seed. They were 3 games ahead of the next opponent in the standings. So if they were to lose 2 games, they're out. So I asked Spoelstra, is he feeling this? Does he think this is fair? And surprisingly, he said, this is the best idea the NBA had had in a long time.
Key to the night was, Steve, Strus got loose. 23 in the first half, which tied a career high for points and a half. 6 threes.
Max Strus, Hero gives it right back. The shooters setting up each other. Max Strus is 2 for 2. a heater early, 3 for 3. Quick 9 points from Max Strus. Strus is letting it fly. His fourth made 3. Strus now. Levine on him. Man, is that a tough shot.
And Jimmy Butler also scoring 31 points as well. And look, you got to lead by example, right? After the loss to the Hawks, he said, quote, "So come Friday, we've got to play like legit, the exact opposite that we played."
Defending and foul. Jimmy Butler and one. Strong bucket by Jimmy Buckets.
Miami's going to go as Jimmy Butler goes.
I mean, it looked like Chicago was taking control of the game, and then Jimmy Butler became the best player on the floor.
Now the run out. Butler all the way in. Chicago sloppy with the basketball to get it started, and the lob to Jimmy Butler. Beautifully set up that time by Bam Adebayo.
Butler able to drive away, and now a big steal.
Martin running with it. Butler takes it himself, and he gets it. A 2-point game. Jimmy Butler coming alive here down the stretch. It goes and one for Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler leaves it. Max Strus, his first points in the second half. Timeout Bulls. Jimmy Butler, Levine on him. Butler spins, nothing there. Butler, space, count it with a foul. Miami in front, and Butler can add to it. Butler gives it up. Max Strus for 3. It's good. Gives Miami a 5-point lead.
Simple, unselfish play from Jimmy Butler.
Levine goes quick. Blocked by Adebayo. And a foul on White. Miami ball. And an 8-point lead. And a trip to Milwaukee starting to get cooking. That's it. The Miami Heat, they will advance. They will occupy the 8th seed as they come out of the play-in. And now they will take on the top seed, the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm not giving Miami a chance in this series, Bill. This is Bucks. I might as well be Bucks in 3. I'm sorry. This is play the series. That's why they play the games. Bucks in 3. Bucks in 3. They don't give you that. That's not an option. You got to win 4. But that's how much I feel like this is going to be an overwhelming mismatch.
Miami has a big advantage in game 1. They're in rhythm. They've been playing. The Bucks have been off a long time and set their guys at the end of the year. And those guys haven't played a game in quite a while. Look for Miami to have a great shot in game 1 in Milwaukee.
A quarter on the clock. Comes Hero across the lane and got it contorting for the Deuce. Kaboom. Portland Cutler, he'll convert at the other end.
And those are the little plays that Bam brings to your team.
He too had 31 on Friday against the Chicago Bulls, and the first 2 shots for Jimmy Butler have gone in. Inside, Butler got it, count it, foul. He'll go to the free throw line. The other way, Hero drives into Portis. In the corner, Martin 3, got it.
Turnovers too often.
Counted, foul. Giannis goes down. Bashing his way inside was Bam Adebayo. Who just hit a 2, moments ago a 3, and off the bench for foul.
Jimmy Butler again gets ahead and in back of that Milwaukee defense.
Butler has 12 points. Another good pass by Lowry. Strus 3. What a stroke.
Picking up where he left off on Friday versus the Bulls.
Undrafted player out of DePaul. Another three, another hit. Strus is it now his last two from distance after knocking down 7 for 31 points Friday against the Bulls. Screen lob, slashing inside is Jimmy Butler. He has been unstoppable, blazing for 16 points in the first half. Finding by Holiday, and with ease, he's getting everything he wants. Kevin Love has got the stroke. Here come the Heat. Bam Adebayo, hero, three, bullseye. It rolls and Allen gets it. Hero is down at the other end. Gets it very slowly, and Hero is holding on to his hand. Oh, he is in incredible pain, as you can see. He was headed to the locker room. They said, no, you can't.
The way they practice, the way they talk, the things they say to each other, it's all about don't give up. The Heat are the kind of team that are built, if they get down, if they get punched in the face, they are programmed to know how to respond and to keep fighting.
Fire is there. He'll flush it down. And a foul on the play. Lopez will pick it up. Good feed by Butler. Another assist. Reverse. Lopez tried to get in the way, and Jimmy Butler's got 26, coming off a 31-point performance. Bam will trickle in. Foul. Count it. He'll go to the line. Love, three. Good. Oh, Love comes in off the bench. He's got 3 threes and 11 points for the Heat. By Jay Crowder, flies inside. What a play, Jimmy Butler. And kicking on the wing. Marlowe trying the reverse will fall and a foul. What a play by Caleb Martin. Butler, foul, count it, send him to the stripe. Good. It's Vincent putting in a try. So Butler's got 5 rebounds, 33 points, 10 assists, and a floater on the fly here for 2 more and 35 for Jimmy Butler. Adebayo goes right into the defense of Lopez. Bam Adebayo, he's got 20. He averages 20. Big win. Miami, the 8th seed, beats the top seed Milwaukee Bucks in Game 1.
How about 25 threes in the game for Milwaukee, tying the NBA record for a playoff game. 138 to 122, most points the Bucks have scored in a playoff game since 1978.
We have grown over the years to expect the unexpected, and what was unexpected, 2 key players, one on each team, going down with injuries in Game 1. How well either team manages will go a long way on who wins Game 2.
You have to do whatever is necessary. The rotation has to be whatever is necessary. You just have to contribute. Because that's the way the playoffs are. There's a lot of unpredictable things that happen, and you have to be able to adapt and find a way to get a win. You know, in the playoffs, you have to be ready for anything. Every team's just trying to figure it out.
Easily correctable. I would like to think so. We've said it time and time again, but we're gonna have to go out and do it. It's not gonna be easy. I can guarantee you that. But you got to be able to do the difficult things in this league.
Series is 1-1, so the guys in my locker room I'm gonna ride with. That's what it's all about. We didn't come this far to come this far, and everybody's doing everything they can, watching film, seeing how they can be better. You're always gonna be upset about losses, but the biggest thing for us, we did something we were supposed to do. Go in here, get a win, and now we go back home, and it's time to protect home court.
Your level of desperation quite often will determine how well you're going to play. The one thing I do know about this organization, and when things aren't going well, if you walk around the basketball part of the building and you feel the tension, you see the looks on people's faces, you know there's a level of desperation that's going to come out on the court.
You know, this is what the playoffs are all about. When you're in a long series, you're always trying to see who can blink first, and then who can impose their game more consistently.
Here's Butler in transition. Holiday pulls the chair out, didn't fool Butler. He gets the basket. Both he and Portis hit the deck. Butler takes it away. 2-on-1. Got caught in the air, but hits Strus. Soaking for the cup and flushing it. Love drills the triple. That ties the game. 5 straight points for Miami. Little jab step to the 3. It's good for Butler. Back-to-back threes by Miami. Batted around. There's Butler to clean it up inside. And then the smash by Adebayo off the Butler miss. Butler with a shot clock at 5. And Milwaukee left him. Holiday and Lopez had some confusion, miscommunication, and the easy dunk for Butler. Butler spinning, shooting, hitting against Holiday. Jimmy Butler with 9. Butler not a great three-point shooter, but always better in the playoffs than he is in the regular season, and right on cue. His numbers, as many postseason games as he's been in, they're better in the bigger game. Miami on a 9-0 run right now. Here's Butler again, hits again. Butler's got 17 in the opening quarter. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range.
You know, the second unit really came in with a mindset that they wanted to impact this game.
Robinson off the bench, drills a 3. And the lead is up to 13. Robinson, thanks to a screen from Bam Adebayo, drills the 3. Looks like his confidence starting to come back. He's trying to push it. Trailer 3. It's good for Robinson. Boy, is he back in a big way. Duncan Robinson, 3 for 3 today, and 8 for 10 in the series from three-point land. Lowry drills a 3. That is the 9th 3. Another Miami 3. That's the 10th, and the second by Lowry.
See Kyle Lowry with another and one. He has been outstanding tonight.
Here's Crowder, the former Miami guard, missing the shot. And again, 1 and done for the Bucks. Rebound Bam. Crowder 1 for 10 in the series. Martin, 4-3. That's 11 threes in the first half of the Heat. And now Love, timer at 4. Love driving and Lopez. Here's Strus with 1 to beat the shot clock with a triple. And then Martin with the throwdown. Wow. Wow. Martin with a great defensive play. Bud thought it was kicked. Layup on the other end for Oladipo. The glass and scoring is Oladipo. Oh man, grabs that left knee. Anytime, given his injury history, you see Oladipo go to the ground. What that young man has gone through and come back from, it just everybody holding their breath. And immediately, Victor grabbed that left leg. Oh, boy.
I've seen him after games when he hasn't played much, as I'm leaving the building, go by the practice court. He's in there by himself getting shots up. Constantly. He has put in so much work, so much hard work.
Finding a way to win despite the injuries are the Miami Heat, and now 2 wins away from being the first 8 seed to beat a 1 seed in more than a decade.
Why is it when we get to the playoffs, man, we get that 1 or 2 player who just takes it to another level?
Playoff Jimmy Butler goes from maybe he's an all-star to first team all-NBA.
Jimmy Butler delivered genuinely one of the greatest performances in playoff history.
What a night it was in Miami. Game 4, Bucks and Heat. The pregame focal point was Giannis. By night's end, the spotlight was shining on Jimmy Butler, who quite simply put on one of the greatest playoff performances you will ever want to see.
You've denied it before, but is playoff Jimmy thing? Are you ready to?
It's not a thing. It's not. I just be hooping.
It's probably the most efficient 50-point game of all time.
And the first points on the board for the Heat. Butler has it right here with the 15-footer over Holiday.
We'll talk about on fire, right? How good has Jimmy Butler been in this series, but in particular in the first quarter.
A screen by Love, a drive by Jimmy Butler.
Not only the drive, but the finish over Giannis. I mean, he's given up 4 or 5 inches and still finished.
And that's a way to ignite the crowd, too. Here's a long shot and a 3 by Butler.
He has been absolutely fantastic in these playoffs.
Jimmy Butler, that guy's 98 Michael Jordan every year in the playoffs.
Lasers one in. Butler is there, but so is Giannis. The curl around and put it in. 9 for Jimmy Butler. In stride is Butler. Puts on the brakes and a 14-footer. Jimmy Butler is automatic. 11 points. He's hit 4 consecutive shots. At the line, he cannot miss. 6 of 6.
Jimmy Butler is just phenomenal.
Jimmy Butler's a machine.
17 of the 23 for Butler here in this first quarter.
How did he pull that out of his bag of tricks?
Jimmy Butler is absolutely having his way with the Bucks in this first quarter.
Butler. He is having a first quarter for the ages. 22 points for Jimmy Butler. And he has the last 20 for the Miami Heat.
Jimmy Butler. Incredible to start, incredible to finish. 20 points in the first quarter, 21 points in the fourth quarter. Really a do-it-all game. Heat were down by 15 in the fourth, and it felt like, all right, this game is over until
Jimmy Butler came in. And what were they down? 10, 12 points, something like that, 8, 9 points. That was pretty much most of the second half of the game. And just like that, it's gone. He couldn't be stopped.
There are moments that everyone as a basketball player and people in the game, around the game, understand it. This is a possession. If you don't get a basket, you're gonna lose. Jimmy knew that, and he said, those are the baskets I'm gonna take.
Begins the acceleration and gets on the doorstep for 2 more. Lowry to Butler, and Butler pulls up over Holiday. 39 for Jimmy Butler. Shot clock at 9. Middleton with Butler driving right into it. Got it, foul!
And look at the look right there by Jimmy Butler. It doesn't matter who's guarding him tonight. He's been able to have his way.
Butler's got it! Martin with Giannis there. It's a 2.
Caleb Martin, corner 3. Come on!
1-point game. It's loose.
And Giannis was trying to call timeout, but Kyle Lowry and his intensity and defense created another turnover. Give the veteran, the 37-year-old Kyle Lowry, all the credit here. Gets the ball to Jimmy Butler, 44 big ones, and it's the Heat
one of the greatest competitors we've ever seen in this game. Heart is as big as anyone's in this game. And whether he likes it or not, playoff Jimmy is just something different.
They'll take it in, out to Martin, fakes it, now fires, got it! It's a three for the lead. Caleb Martin, Jimmy Butler sets up a three.
Why not? Why not, Jimmy Butler?
Butler's got 49 points! 14 in the fourth quarter. Butler! Long shot!
You're watching these moments on TV, and you're like, I'm watching something special. One of the greatest playoff performances I've seen in my entire life.
One of the greatest performances I've seen.
Jimmy Butler did something that we have not seen in Miami before. He has set an all-time playoff record.
Here comes Jimmy. Another three. Got it again! Jimmy Butler is amazing! Miami leads it!
And he's going to win it! Miami has won it! And goes up 3 games to 1! And the number 1 seed is on the brink of elimination! And Jimmy Butler, a historic 56-point performance in this Game 4.
That was the best performance I've seen since I've been on television. I mean, it was flat out incredible. It was an honor and privilege to watch it. But man, that guy was not going to let them lose tonight.
They've been asking, when am I going to start playing for real? It's not starting. After All-Star break, man.
1 seed versus an 8 seed, you feel confident. Except, most 8 seeds don't have Jimmy Butler.
Is Milwaukee going to get knocked out here in the first round?
No.
No, they're going to still win.
They're still going to. There's no Tyler Hero or Victor Oladipo.
Right.
So in your eyes, is this series over, Zach?
Over? First of all, it's inconceivable that this series is over. The Bucks have home court advantage, and they have Giannis. If this is a serious team, are you serious? This is a serious team. They will win Game 5 at home, and all they got to do is win 1 road game. No, it's not over. The Heat are eventually going to have to win 1 game where Jimmy Himmy doesn't go absolutely bonkers the entire game.
Over the past 4 years, Jimmy Butler is the #1 playoff player in the world.
And when we just play hard and we pass the ball to one another and we're okay with all shots that anybody takes, I like our chances against anybody.
Has Jimmy and the Heat just sucked the life out of some of the Bucks? Yeah, I think they have.
Love, 40% career three-point shooter in the postseason, and strokes one from the left wing. Off the dribble, in the basket. Point Bucks lead, Vincent pull-up, good. Gabe Vincent. Been a lot of Gabe Vincent early on. He takes another shot for Miami.
Gabe Vincent doing an excellent job creating space right there against Drew Holiday.
Strus knocks down a 3. Vincent put up another one and knock it down.
Why not? Gabe Vincent, have yourself a ball game.
Gabe Vincent. Jimmy Butler blocked a shot. Portis, they swing it to Allen up top. Butler from out of nowhere. And Jimmy Butler. A block and a stop.
That's what a true two-way star looks like.
Picked it up and hammers it down. The turnover for the Bucks.
Another steal by Butler.
And he struck it. And once again, Jimmy Butler has the feeling.
It might be one of those nights.
Butler step back.
That was an and one too. Bobby Portis
hit the deck. Portis may have gotten him. No call, and another bucket for Butler. Butler goes past him, and an easy finish for Jimmy Butler.
The guys are great competitors. They had a deep respect for the Bucks, and that's what you hope for. That born out of that respect, that it's going to bring out a higher level in your basketball team. Our guys are competitive. They love competition. They love being challenged. They love going toe to toe.
with the best players and best teams in the league.
Vincent from the corner. Gabe Vincent.
That was a big-time shot by Gabe Vincent.
There's nothing worse than being in a dogfight and not realizing you're in a dogfight until it's too late. And that Miami Heat team stayed around and they kept fighting. Is when Butler walks on the floor, he is convinced I'm the best player out here.
Back to Butler. He'll try the three, and he'll knock down the three.
Gets inside of Lopez and scores it.
Just settled for the reverse. Tough shot by Butler, and a timeout for Milwaukee.
You see the look on the face. You see the smile.
Adebayo over Lopez. Vincent down low. Butler in traffic up and in. Jimmy Butler with 23. Portis guards Butler, hesitates and hits Jimmy Butler to the free throw line for a three-point opportunity. Vincent on the Joe Ingles just in. Adebayo with the follow and a much-needed bucket for Bam Adebayo.
Miami Heat is a program, is a franchise. The way their culture is, they're never going to give up. You have to beat them.
Eric Spoelstra said something last night about Jimmy where he said, a lot of people in the NBA play basketball, but a lot of people don't always compete to win. And he said words like maniacal, psychotic, really defining who Jimmy Butler is.
For Jimmy, great pass, a basket and a foul on Lopez. Butler's inside again and one.
Oh, wow. These Miami Heat will not go away. They believe in themselves. They're mentally tough.
Adebayo brings it up. Butler on the wing over Holiday.
Wow.
Got it.
And
Jimmy
here we
Butler.
go. Here we go. Check your watch. It's Jimmy time. And he is talking right to Drew Holiday, letting him know about it.
Thing about Jimmy, you don't let him talk his shit, because he's going to feed into that. He's going to buy into the shit he's saying, and then there's no turning back.
Here comes Vincent. Can't do his foul. Over Matthews and good.
Wow.
Gabe Vincent. Right now, they got to worry about Jimmy Butler in the Heat.
Yeah, definitely. The ball's going to go to Jimmy Butler somehow, some way. I'll keep my eye on the baseline. Somehow, some way, this ball has to get to Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy to the rim. The catch. Put up. It's in.
The lob for Jimmy. Makes the catch. Put it up and in. He put it up and in with a half second left to tie the game at 118.
To Butler. On the run. Jimmy Butler ties the game with a half second to go.
What a play call.
Butler over the top. Adebayo cleans it up. Down the screen. Rises, fires, knocks it down.
And then the stare down. Knocks the jumper down and then stares Holiday down.
It's another Jimmy Butler bucket binge.
Out of the Kumba with 8 seconds left in the game. Hold on tight. Giannis to Middleton. To the paint. Out to Allen. 1 second left. He puts it up after the buzzer. The Heat have won the series. Miami defeats Milwaukee.
Allen has it. Down the lane. He ran out of time. The Bucks go down the shot. And the Miami Heat become the 6th in NBA history to win as an 8th seed in the first round.
What a ball game.
You say playoff Jimmy isn't a thing, but you just followed up a 56-point performance with 40-plus tonight. If it's not the playoffs, what is it that makes you unstoppable?
My teammates, they need me to be that way right now. I will continue to be that way right now. Whatever it takes to win, it could be 40, it could be 50, it could be 0 and 12 assists. I got to be able to do it all.
My pick all season to win the title. Nice job, NBA analyst Zach Lowe. Clippers Bucks finals. How'd that work out for you? Better luck next year, idiot.
Did you see my knees? Did y'all see him? Did y'all see him? You know what the first round got the first round for the first time in a decade. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. We go into the finals. We go into the finals. Yo, New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
How much should the Knicks fear Jimmy Butler?
Excuse me? Could you repeat that question?
How much should the New York Knicks fear Jimmy Butler?
How much should they or how much do they?
How much should they?
Jimmy Butler is a superstar in the playoffs. He is something special. And he's a rough rider. He's a dog. He wants to come to Gotham City, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, and ruin everything for New Yorkers. That's what he want to do. That's the kind of spirit he got. We have to stop this man. I understand that when I'm talking about postseason Jimmy, I'm talking about greatness. I get all of that. But New York a different animal, baby. And when you come to the Garden, it's a different stage. But when you come to the Garden, it's a different beast, okay?
Jimmy Butler ain't coming into the Garden, the world's most famous arena, and doing what he did and dismantling the Knicks the way he did the Milwaukee Bucks. And I like Jimmy Butler. Now New York has our sights set on you. Tom Thibodeau made you Jimmy Butler, and now Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks are going to break you. What he did to my Milwaukee Bucks is not happening to Thibodeau and the New York Knicks.
It's always good for the league when there's a Heat-Knicks playoff series.
Tyler Hero ain't there. Kyle Lowry ain't what he used to be. Okay, Duncan Robinson ain't gonna hit 75% from three-point range. Gabe Vincent ain't gonna all of a sudden look like the second coming of Steph Curry.
Vincent with the midi, got it.
Boy, what growth for Gabe Vincent.
Jimmy Butler doing it at both ends, gets the steal defensively. Vincent pulls the three and knocks down 5 consecutive points to start the game for Miami, still on a heater. Into the corner, screws one more to long for 3. And Kevin Love has been a seamless fit for Miami since joining them on the buyout market. Butler's hit to score the ball game. Vincent says, I'll do it for you. Knocks down his second 3-ball. He's got 8. An easy one inside by Butler. Hartenstein on him, and Cage is in the 3 for 3. Got it. The Heat back within 6.
The Knicks let a nice first half lead get away. When they went in at halftime only up 5, I didn't feel good about the game at all because I had already seen Spoelstra make some adjustments. Lowry and Love will be a pain in the neck this entire series.
Stop expecting every player that you cut to be good somewhere else. Kevin Love stinks. He was overrated when he was here. Who cares where he goes? I don't care if he plays for the Heat. Let them give him heavy minutes. He'll be injured in 2 seconds. The guy can't make it through a season. Who gives a rat's ass that he's gone?
In the NBA, particularly in the playoffs, is he even playable in the playoffs? And the other thing is, Miami currently is in the 7.
Yeah. Well, they're reaching. Because they were trying to
we're not going to see them.
Here's when I know you finished. When you start accepting the fact that you don't dunk no more, but you 6'10", you know your career is over. Like, ain't no say, when the bench start getting up, clapping, and holding each other back when you get a dunk, hold it back. Your game's done. And I was starting to get worried about his outlet passes because them is picks. I said, you need to stop throwing these picks.
But he used to be dead on.
Every time he get ready to do this, I'm like, no.
Yeah, not now.
Not now.
Bruce gets an easy bucket.
What an outlet.
It's just tremendous pass.
And there's another one of those patented outlets. Butler slams it home, and Miami leads by 4. Robinson battling, but Love comes away. Another outlet, another catch, another touchdown slam by Jimmy Buckets in the largest lead of the game for Miami.
They are sprinting in transition.
Butler off the wide pin down. Got it over Harden, scored it. Hart goes under the screen. Butler fires on the baseline. Got it. Laces the jumper to make it a 6-point lead. Open look from deep. Got it.
This guy's just so tough. Timely buckets, opportunistic in the minutes he plays.
Lowry with the long 2, laces it. Whistle, foul, and did he turn his ankle on that? Boy, we hope not. But he's holding his lower right leg. And Butler, it appeared as if he turned it, Doris. Saw that happen in real time. And this does not look good for Miami. 4.5 to go for Miami. Vincent pulls. Contact, but he drills it. Gabe Vincent ended up on his wallet and makes the shot.
If you know anything about watching Miami, you know that guy is fearless regardless of time at school.
Off the Adebayo screen. Tough baseline. Got it!
Come on.
Kyle Lowry, the veteran. Butler, on the eve of the game before they played Chicago, their last chance to make it to the playoffs, told each and every one of his teammates, he texted them, told them, guys, things are going to be all right, just follow me. Miami Heat, led by Jimmy Butler's 25 points, will take game 1 as they storm into Madison Square Garden and continue to roll in the postseason. Now 5-1 in their 6th playoff game.
Our guys were in that fight, in the trench together.
To play like that without our best player was, just the word I'm looking for. Inspirational, I guess.
Bounce it to the outside, Highsmith. He knocks it down from long range. Cutter, Highsmith, extra. Lowry adjusts for 2. 40-37 Miami. Robinson put 3 on the board for the Heat.
It's good to see other guys step up and put up a good fight like that, but we definitely wanted to go home with the win.
I think there's a lot of positives to take away from the night too. Obviously, we're going to be upset of not coming out with 2 of them, but it's tough on the road. It's always tough on the road, especially with a team like that. So we'll just learn from it or whatever. But I feel like we got a lot of things to be proud of that we can carry on in the next game.
Kick it out, Robinson. Vincent lets it fly and hits a 3. Vincent again. Gabe Vincent with a triple. Vincent has had the hot hand. This time he drives. Oh, Gabe Vincent can do no wrong. He's on a heater. Vincent nearly lost it. Hartenstein got a piece. Martin, the jumper. Cha-ching. It's a 3. There is a toughness to this Miami squad.
Each game is its own deal. I think we did everything we needed to do to give ourselves a chance to win.
Knicks tie the series at 1-1. And now the series shifts to South Florida. Saturday afternoon in Miami for Game 3. And will Jimmy Butler be a part of it for the Heat?
Five, baby! Let's go! Let's go! Butler! Don't you work right now! Come into that
Fuck Miami. Fuck Max Strus. Fuck all of them.
Smoking on that Miami bag! Jimmy Butler, we in the Mecca, man. Jimbo.
You, Jimmy Butler, we see you in Miami.
Jimmy Butler, where were you, bro? Butler! Fuck your ankle!
There is no one on the Knicks side that possesses the strength and the quickness to guard Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler was with the Miami Heat for their film session yesterday. He's playing, I'm calling it. He's playing. He just looks like, he looks good. I mean, really.
Jimmy Butler back after missing game 2, had 4 days to rest that ankle.
Game 3 between the Knicks and Heat, and the MVP of the postseason so far, Jimmy Butler, is back for Miami after missing game 2.
It does really help when you have one guy who can just go get you a bucket. Just one-on-one, get to his spot, rise up, and cash it.
Butler with 3 to shoot. Doubled and floats it up and in. Beautiful shot with the timer at 1 over an excellent defender in Hart. To Bam Adebayo and over Mitchell Robinson able to hit, and it's 4-0 Heat. And Butler giving it up to Strus, going to dribble back out to the three-point line. Max Strus drilling the triple.
There's a man who just takes you into the painted area, stops, but can spin and shoot the fadeaway in traffic.
Butler driving, leaning into Barrett, and almost made that.
Yes, he did.
And finally the tip-in for Butler. He's got 6 already.
I want to tell you, that was sensational.
Defense by Miami. Strus was there defensively, and now the Heat looking to penetrate. They had no fast break points in game 2. There's Strus getting to the cup. Butler 3 of 5 shooting so far in the game. Gets into the paint, and now has 8 points.
He looks super good. It looks like there's nothing wrong with him, and you're hoping that it'll stay that way for the 48 minutes.
By Butler, such a great two-way player, gets the swat. And Love, there's that long outlet pass you were talking about. Strus with the slam.
Kevin Love, when he came in with Minneapolis, he used to do that I don't know how many times a night. And he puts the ball right on the money.
Strus got 7 points already. Drives past Brunson, reverse layup is good. Max Strus. 2.5 to play. Hart lost it off his knee. Vincent there. Ahead to Butler for the flush.
Double teaming on the dribblers. You have to be careful here tonight. Meaning the Knicks.
Highsmith equals that mark. Drilling a triple from the left corner. It's his second 3 all series. Lowry pull up 3 in transition. It's good.
That's good.
Kyle Lowry. Now on the switch, Robinson against Butler. Leaning in. Butler is fouled. Makes it in. His first points in the quarter. He has 12 now in the half. And a chance at a 3-point play. Butler into traffic. Somehow gets underneath Hart. Gets the bucket and a foul.
Heat were just in complete control. They never trailed in this game. Half the league pretty much the entire game.
Basketball is all about winning at the end of the day. Win by half a point, 1 point, 2 points, 20 points. It's just about winning the game, however it happens.
He starts the third like he began the ball game. A 3, the 5th of the afternoon for the Heat. Into the paint. Kick out Strus. Another 3 for Max Strus. He's got 17 points. Tying Butler for the team lead. Shot clock at 8. Butler penetrates. Now Vincent to the corner. Lowry with 2 to shoot. Lets it fly and drills a 3.
Great team play. Excellent team play.
Butler double. Leans in. Puts up the shot. It's good. Butler with 24.
I doubt Butler is anywhere close to 100%, but I mean, he had a terrific effort. That kind of shows you how well-rounded of a player Jimmy Butler is.
Bam Adebayo soars to the rim and stuffs it through.
Now today he has accepted all of the physical punishment at both ends.
Well, Jimmy Butler is going to go back in the game here. And their spokesman said, you're going back in. We don't want to let this one get away from us. Shot clock down to 1. Butler from the baseline. Count it. When the moment is big, Butler always meets it.
Did we question Eric by putting him back in the game?
A great move.
He's got 26 points. Shot clock at 10. Butler penetrates into the lane, stops, fires underneath, and Adebayo with the slam. What a pass. That was a great pass and a terrific finish. Miami is now 2 wins away from becoming just the second 8th seed in NBA history to advance to a conference finals. They lead the Knicks 2 games to 1. And the way this Miami team is playing, who knows? Maybe the Heat will make it all the way. They lead the series 2 games to 1 after a convincing 105-86 victory here over the Knicks in Game 3.
Butler playing through the ankle injury, had 28 points, a couple of blocks. And he drains it on triple to open play. Jimmy Butler is just on a ridiculous hot streak right now. Inside on Adebayo, and he gets the deuce. The ball bounces to Butler, can't finish it. Adebayo, snatch and slam. Takes it in, couldn't finish, but Adebayo trailing the play for the flush. Butler gives it up, called fake. Adebayo, beautiful. But Butler off the made basket beats everybody down the floor. And he hammers it down. Martin. A corner pop. Caleb Martin. Pretty set up by Jimmy Butler. Miami goes up by 2. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Lowry got him with 0.5 on the clock. Lowry using the screen from Zeller, and he connects. Lowry trying to give it up. Flicks it. Robinson the jumper. He's got it. Duncan Robinson. Adebayo asking for it. Gets the step. Puts it down with a hammer. And now the shot clock winding down. Lowry hits a 3. Fake floater. Good. And a foul. Wow. Trying to dunk it, and Jimmy Butler beats him right at the top. Here's Vincent for 3. Vincent up top, Adebayo the finish, and Vincent with the delivery. A dish, Butler, no look, Adebayo, big time flush, and a big time pass from Jimmy Butler. Steal by Strus and a slam. The lead is back up to 9. Out of a crowd, Love is open, and he cans a 3. Strus, bullseye. On 3 for Max Strus. It's Vincent trying to get his defender off balance. Love, the corner, he's got it. It's a long 2-pointer for Kevin Love, and Miami leads by 8. Butler, too easy. Butler gets inside for the deuce. It's an 11-point advantage. Butler back in off a double team, kick it out. Martin, the penetration, the floater, short. Rebound again. Miami comes away with it, and Butler converts. Drives in. Oh, Butler! Do not go in there! Out of bounds. Butler, kick. Martin, drive, and slam! On a rack attack! Caleb Martin.
business at home. And now are one win away from a spot in the Eastern Conference Finals. 109-101 the final in Game 4. The Heat up 3-1 on the Knicks.
It's the playoffs, and we're playing against a good opponent, and nothing's easy in the playoffs. You have to earn everything. We expected, this to be tough.
They kind of took away our aggression because we kept fouling, and that's on us. It's not really on them. We just gotta, do better, stay in front of the ball, not reaching as much, contesting shots, all the little things. We can easily correct that. We will correct that. We have to correct that if we want to win. But I know the group that we have, so we're gonna be just fine. I'm never surprised with anything come playoff basketball time. Your best is needed all 48 minutes, if more.
Tracked down by Robinson. Cutter Brunson gets the layup. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Randall, step back three. Bottoms. Barrett has to make something happen. The drive. Off the window. Slam down. Hartenstein. Short on the second. Steal. Randall lays it in.
At the end of the day, we have incredible competitors in the locker room. You just figure out how to get the job done.
Steps through. It's blocked by Adebayo. Vincent attack mode. Adebayo. He punches it down. Vincent feed back for Butler. The elusive spin and score. Butler swing. Adebayo. Ducks in and finishes. Man, Adebayo. Terrific move on Robinson. And a chance for Miami to take the lead. Butler forcing his way in. Oh, Adebayo! The poster on the follow. Drives all the way. Kick it out. Martin a three. Book it. Caleb Martin with a downtown hit. It's Adebayo. Kick. Other corner. Robinson. A rainbow triple. Robinson. Kick. Lowry. Fake on a three. Robinson puts it on the deck. Working around the perimeter. Lowry buries the triple. 7-point game with 8.5 to play. Gets to his spot, but comes up short. Taps it over to his teammate Butler. Duncan Robinson connects. It's a triple. Adebayo makes his move. Fakes. High off the window for Bam Adebayo. Outside. Martin drive and kick. Robinson a three. He buries it. Butler takes it in, shovels it up and good. Hartenstein came over, and Jimmy Butler was undeterred. Butler cans it out of the timeout. And he has cut it to 3 with 3:15 to go. The roll, slam, big finish for Bam Adebayo.
I don't ever think losing is encouraging. I mean, maybe we can get better. I guess you could say, well, I hope that the only way is up from here. So we will be better coming out next game. And, the one thing that I do like about it is we got the same energy in the locker room. We're going to play music. We're going to laugh. We're going to be in this thing together, like I always say, through the good, the bad, the wins, and the losses, knowing that whenever we go back home, we're going to be in this thing together through a win.
They think you're dead. I think you're dead sometimes. But I choose to believe, because it ain't over until it's over. History says the Miami Heat up 3-1 in the postseason, 14-0 all time. History says the New York Knicks down 3-1 in the postseason, 0-14 all time. This is not just a chance to change history. It's a chance to make history. What you gonna do? This orange and blue. This is time All you need is one game. All you need is 4 minutes. All your soul, all your blood, all your effort. One game. One game. That's all to get him back to God. How much do you want it? How much do you need it?
Game 6 of this Eastern Conference semifinal matchup.
We already won. We're just going to come see it happen.
Our prediction, the Heat win tonight.
Not only are the Heat in position to be the first 8 seed to make the conference finals since the 99 Knicks, but they're kind of in a position of role reversal here because in 99 it was the Knicks upending the Heat.
You're an 8 seed. And when you make it to this point and you're able to keep going, then you have a team that will be remembered for a long, long time.
The Miami Heat are one of the great underdog stories in recent NBA history.
Talk so much about the nightlife and joke about it in Miami, but also as a role, when you're the road team, you got to pay attention to that weather and that heat because it causes your muscles to have a little it affects the endurance of your muscles and causes tiredness.
How hard it is to go down to Miami and play this time of year. And I know people will immediately associate that with the nightlife and all that. But according to Jalen, there's more than that. There's also just the reality of the temperature change, the heat, the geography, being down there for 3 days. It sort of saps a little bit of your energy and your strength.
What do you think sets you guys apart from maybe the typical Heat team? We got Kyle Lowry.
Gonna have to try and make something happen. Randall will fire. Back iron, no. Long rebound. Butler battles for it. Up ahead to Strus for the slam. Adebayo. The spin and the flush.
And I like that by Gabe Vincent, recognizing the mismatch.
Butler yet to score in this first quarter. Butler gets the angle and throws it down.
He loves that move in isolation.
Bringing it down the floor, Lowry to Strus. Showing those DePaul ups. Here's Lowry, little burst, cuts, dishes. Martin, back to Lowry, he'll fire, and tip.
And Brunson turns it over. And Butler gets the easy 2.
Martin and Butler combining for the pressure and a little burst here from Miami. Robinson left alone, knocks it down from 3. On the attack, gets denied. Adebayo tracked it the whole way. Martin didn't take it, he'll drive it instead for the lay, plus the foul. Lowry, Adebayo swoops in, denied by McBride, got it back, pushed it home. Miami has taken the lead. Adebayo rocks the rim again, 15 points for Bam Adebayo in this first half. Butler hits it to rim in. Jimmy Butler with 9 points. Here is Adebayo. He got it. 17 for Bam Adebayo in this first half. Here's Butler, baseline jumper is good. 17 points now for Butler to go with 7 rebounds. Gets the step on Randall, lays it in. Julius Randall just let him go.
Well, I think he was expecting some low-man protection by being up into the basketball.
Lowry pedals ahead, gets it back. Wheeling through, Lowry comes it in! Circus delivery from Kyle Lowry.
I don't take any of this for granted. You know, it is hard to win in this league. It's hard to win in the playoffs. And it is really freaking hard to get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Robinson. Massive swing. Butler draws 2, kicks it out. Martin a good look. He got it. Over to Lowry into the corner. Vincent extra feed. Strus. You bet. draws the foul.
As Lowry scores another bucket here in the second half.
Here's Butler, 2 to shoot. Butler's jumper banks in. Jimmy Butler, a couple of huge bankers. Butler trapped, finds Vincent. Vincent on the attack. Adebayo, the slam. Timeout, New York. Bam Adebayo has come through when Miami has needed him tonight. And a nice delivery there from Vincent to set up his center. And that is it. The Miami Heat have done it yet again. They are headed back to the Eastern Conference Finals.
We just had to get here. We knew what type of group of guys that we had, and obviously anytime we got Jimmy on our team and Bam and those guys, we always feel like we got a good chance to go as far as anybody. So I think we're in good shape.
What makes it possible to be a team that goes from the play-in to the Eastern Conference Finals now?
We got some really good players on this team.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
This is the Paramount skyscraper over in downtown Miami Beach. It is glowing brightly tonight, the tallest digital dribbling basketball player image in the world.
The Paramount Miami skyscraper in downtown is glowing with the world's tallest digital dribbling basketball player image. The Miami Heat is headed to the NBA Eastern Conference Championship playoffs. The 700-foot tall tower is showing off the Heat's logo.
Tons of fans leaving the arena earlier, thrilled that the Heat won.
We're ready to face Boston now, or possibly the Sixers, but I say we can take on Boston.
We had enough. Next year, we will have enough, and we're going to be right back in the same situation, and we're going to get it done. If I did say that, I probably meant it. Just like I mean every year when I say we're going to win a championship, I mean it. This year is our year. We're going to go into this game one and do what we're supposed to do and be the first one to 4. Like I said, we're very capable of it. We have enough. Guys are playing some incredible basketball. I like our chances, as does everybody in this organization.
You're not even like the slightest bit concerned about Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat?
Nope. Celtics are way more talented. The Heat have trouble scoring. Jimmy Butler disappeared for about a week during their series last year, and I understand he almost beat them at the end of that thing, but the Celtics, to me, are a better team this year. They're more talented. This is not a concern for me. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right, Jimmy Butler. I won't pick you to win this series, and I wouldn't in 10 years, in hindsight, because I think we'll look back at this series, if it happens, Max, and we'll probably say, hey, remember when the Celtics beat the Heat in 5 in round 1 of the 2023 NBA playoffs?
I think the Celtics definitely are the better team, and they will beat them. They will beat Miami probably in 5, but still there's just a slight little hint of fear in my heart sometimes when I think about the Miami Heat and what they can do.
Anytime the head coach, though, to me, Trenny, is the first name you mention when you're talking about a team that you fear.
I think you mentioned
in the
Jimmy
NBA,
Butler
he mentioned
first.
him, but everybody mentions Eric Spoelstra, and it's like the head coaching matchup, like that's going to decide the series. That's just not today's game.
For the third time in the span of 4 years, the Miami Heat have made it to the Eastern Conference NBA Finals.
Miami Heat is a team to be reckoned with. These brothers are no joke.
This is one of those matchups that neither team's going to get scared by the moment, by the atmosphere, by the guys on the other side. As far as a rivalry goes in this era of the game, I think this is the closest thing that we got.
If there's ever been a more perfect player for Heat culture, it is Jimmy Butler. But that player also has Eric Spoelstra.
Miami Heat trying to get back to the finals for the first time since 2020. It all begins in Game 1 of the East Conference Final.
It's Butler, and this is over Williams, and Jimmy Butler connects right there. He is the #1 remaining scorer in that top slot, averaging 31 points a game in the playoffs.
Butler, it's not just about the shot making, it's commanding the offense. It's getting Miami into the pace that they want to play at. Jimmy Butler understands how to win, what it takes.
bandies his way into the paint. Kicks it out to Martin with a three.
Those are the type of plays. If Miami wants to be successful in this series, is making plays like that.
Stirs to Butler, and Butler over Smart. Rebound Butler. He's all over the place. Gets his own miss. Pops it back up and in. He's got 10. Shot clock at 5. Butler on the wing. Goes into Pritchard. Puts up the mid-ranger. It is pure.
Exactly
want to switch.
He wanted Pritchard on that switch to use that size just to shoot over him.
Jimmy Butler has put in 12.
I like that attack, though.
Outside Lowry with a three.
So key. Lowry's contribution off the bench. This is a former champion and a guy who's made big shots throughout his career.
37-year-old Kyle Lowry, an NBA champion on the floor. Another three! Buries 2 in a row.
Quick 8 points to start this second quarter.
Lowry's got the ball. It's a three by Lowry. Knocks in another one.
He is clicking, gentlemen.
He's got 11. 3 threes in a row.
What a second quarter for Kyle Lowry.
46 points in a quarter for the Heat is a playoff record. And as it was happening, you were like, wait, how many did they score?
And we've known this about Pat Riley as an executive for almost 30 years now, is that he'd rather have somebody that either one has experience or two has something to prove.
For missing the triple. Vincent leaping in. Love the other way. Ames shoots. Score. Another three.
How good has he been in his career?
Wow, what a good throw. Into Strus, who got it. Looked like Tua. Wow. A right-handed Tua, that is. For the Finns. Adebayo, the bump into Tatum, the 2. Foul.
What a game Dan Adebayo was having. 16 points.
Bam with a twirling shot. Tip in. Down. Got it. What a play by Butler.
Again, Jimmy Butler doing whatever required and needed.
Run for Williams and a nice knock away by the leaping Butler. Adebayo galloping, bumping, driving, and the score.
Bam Adebayo.
Yes. Speaking of shooting, biggest lead now for Miami.
Well, Max Strus can get it going.
He is tailed by White. Doubled, and he still hits.
They just ran a floppy action. Do they even run that anymore?
They do. They do, yes.
Wow,
I know.
That's our play. That's our era.
Martin off the baseline. Butler launching a three.
A rare three by Jimmy Butler. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. Didn't during the regular season, but it kind of amped it up here in the playoffs.
2 years in a row, Jimmy Butler shot twice as many threes in the playoffs.
Cross court. Martin punt fake in a triple. Good.
Spoelstra just said, this team believes it can win because Jimmy's out there. Gabe Vincent told me he's one of a kind. When Jimmy's playing like that, we know we got a chance against anybody. This Heat team's confidence is off the charts because Jimmy is taking them to a place that he believed he could all along. Jimmy has a swagger about him that the rest of this team is feeding off of.
It's intercepted. It's picked off by Butler. Strus is on him. Tatum is there. Intercepted. Oh, Butler. 6 picks.
He loves the idea that he's the villain, and his teammates thrive off the notion that he's the guy that sets the tone that everybody else will follow.
Adebayo matching his way into Horford. Shot clock at 3. Butler with Brogdon on him. It's a long 3, and good! Oh, Jimmy frickin' Butler puts it in! Woo!
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, you see Brogdon's looking, goes, oh my God. has come into Boston in game 1 and won on the Celtics 4, 123-116 with a masterpiece from Jimmy Butler. 35 points.
The Heat have now won game 1 openers on the road in 3 series in a row, at Milwaukee, at New York, at Boston.
We still don't care what none of y'all think. Honestly speaking, we don't care if you pick us to win. We never have, we never will. We know the group of guys we have in this locker room.
Miami Heat looking to keep the momentum going after a big win against the Celtics.
The Heat weren't given much of a chance. In fact, ESPN Analytics said the Miami Heat had a 3% chance of going back to the NBA Finals.
There is this confidence that is oozing out of this team right now.
We just got that will to win. You know, I feel like everybody 1 through 15 plus the coaches feel like we have a chance.
As we like to say in our locker room, take us there. I have so much faith in this group of guys that we have, and I've said it all year long. We gonna ride with one another till the wheels fall off.
Strus on the fly, flies in. Whoa, what a strike to Bio. Full honesty, knocked away by Horford, but right to Butler. Swerves around the screen and takes it in for the deuce. Jimmy Butler, give him 6.
Man, those shoulders. He just keeps his defender right on his shoulders and able to go to work.
It's Martin with the ball, Zeller with the screen, shot clock at 5. Kel'el puts it up and in. Martin.
I think what Caleb did tonight was incredible in keeping us in the game. You can't leave him. He's on everybody's scout report. He does everything that you ask him to do.
Come on. This unit, you got to put your fingerprints on this game right now.
Adebayo is screen for Martin and a long shot for 3.
I love the heart of Caleb Martin.
Nice slicing move by Martin inside for 2.
That's Martin's second finish over Robert Williams.
Up to 9 now for Martin off the bench.
It's a 10-2 Miami run right now, and Martin has had his fingerprints all over that Miami Heat run. And Butler takes it in, and Martin, who's been so instrumental in this comeback, puts in another 2. 5-second difference, game clock, shot clock. Butler with smart defending, last year's defensive player of the year. Knocks it in. What a shot. Butler takes it in on White. Corkscrews his way for 2. Jimmy Butler, 14 points for him. Butler moves in on Horford. Martin swerves and hits. With the shot clock ticking down. Picked up by Butler. To the trailing Adebayo, who takes it. Widen the carpet inside for 2. Hard to the rack. The crossover. Knocked away by Williams. Picked up by Martin. Shot clock at 4. The 3 by Caleb. Bullseye.
Where would they be without the offense of Caleb Martin?
Knocked away right there. Here comes Lowry. Martin ahead. Floats in. Got it to go. 5 quick ones from him.
21 now on the evening for Martin, the leading scorer for the Heat.
Butler will drive inside and get the 2 and has 18.
Hanging around here.
The That's a good way to put it.
It is going to set up for some kind of fourth quarter.
Into Martin. What a pass.
Miscommunication there. Everyone's so worried about Duncan Robinson coming off screens, getting to that three-point line. They forgot about Martin
flashing inside and scooping it home.
Eric Spoelstra told us before the game that the more gnarly the situation, the more comfortable Jimmy Butler is. And what's striking to me about the Miami Heat is the incredible belief Jimmy Butler inspires in the guys around him.
It makes me smile. It does. When people talk to me, I'm like, okay, I know I'm a decent player if you want to talk to me out of everybody that you can talk to. I just don't know if I'm the best person to talk to.
That man wasn't bothering nobody. He started talking trash to Jimmy and woke that man up. Oh, no, Jimmy freaking Butler.
Driving is Brown. Doubled and trapped. Grant Williams three.
Good for him. And now he's having words in the ear of Jimmy Butler.
Williams defends Butler. A bump, the grind, the gyration, and the two in the foul.
And they're having words. Look at this.
Nose to nose. Eye to eye.
Did Grant Williams make a mistake poking the bear with Jimmy Butler? Next question.
Thank you. This is the way it should be. Thank you. Let's compete. You are one step away from the ultimate goal of being in the NBA Finals.
I think our game plan was kind of simple in the fourth quarter, if I'm being brutally honest. It's kind of like, give me the ball to move.
Take it into the defense of Grant Williams. Shot clock at 4. Here he accelerates and finds 2.
Oh, and gave him the too small sign to Grant Williams. Be careful when you poke the bear now. Jimmy Butler's going to have his hands on the ball all the time, right?
Every time down the floor.
Butler drives on Grant Williams, and a 15-footer will tie it at 100.
He's just going at Grant Williams every chance he gets.
Adebayo screen. Williams the defensive assignment.
This is what he wants.
Inside for the lead. He got it.
That's what he wants. Grant Williams on him.
The Celtics are going to have to come in double. You just can't watch Jimmy Butler wear you out and win the game going one-on-one.
Is absolutely going at Grant Williams. Once again, the Butler did it.
Butler and Brogdon. Shot clock at 3. Butler will chisel. And missing. Oh, my goodness. Will crowbar it in. Woo! 18-4 run for the Heat. It's Gabe Vincent. Setting up, two-point shot, good!
Not Jimmy Butler, not Bam Adebayo, but Gabe Vincent. Are you kidding me?
Miami has won and gone up 2 games to none. Who would have believed this? The 8th seed on the road against the 2 seed Boston Celtics has gone up 2 games to none.
The first 2 games here in Boston. And Miami takes them both. 111-105 is your final in Game 2. An 18-4 run to close it out down the stretch for the Heat, who now go back to their place where they're undefeated.
Going into this game, the Heat had only won 3 of the 8 quarters. But boy, were they big quarters. It was the 3rd quarter in Game 1, the 4th quarter in Game 2. Tonight, they've won the first half.
I don't think there's any question that Spoelstra right now is the #1 coach in the NBA. He's the best coach in the NBA.
This is a master coaching clinic.
At this point now, it's not about what Boston isn't doing. Miami just better.
And after being on the brink of being eliminated themselves in the play-in tourney, the Heat are on the verge of the NBA Finals.
Since the Celtics quit, can we quit?
I've never seen
a single player where the whole team is so dependent on him. But his role players are like stars to him because he treats them like stars. Yeah. He has implicit trust in everybody out there on the floor.
But listen, this is game 3. No team has come back in NBA playoff history from 3 games to none down. So this game is everything.
Jimmy Butler has been really, really good. But that's not the reason to heat up 2-zip. Caleb Martin, Max Strus, but him and Vincent and Duncan Robinson, those really the guys who won this series.
Together, man, for 48 minutes, man. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. Play Miami Heat basketball.
I love that playoff Jimmy's getting. But, man, we got to give these other guys on the Miami Heat a lot of credit because they're carrying their load.
This is the very definition of Heat culture. Squeezing the most out of every single dude who suits up.
Adebayo's got his first rebound and Butler the other way. Inside, Vincent to Love for 3.
All right, Kevin Love. Get off to a quick start.
Adebayo a big double-double the other night. He'll take it into Horford. Burst down the lane for 2.
I love his aggressiveness right now.
Butler will orchestrate on top. He's picked up by White. Jimmy Butler from here with his first basket.
How good has he been in the first quarters in these playoffs?
On the road, these 2 teams seem to thrive. Butler will corkscrew in, facing a wall. Martin with the 3. Kicks it out, 3. Gabe Vincent has really played well. Down the lane, he floats and blazes his way, but can't convert. Strus the rebound, lead pass Martin, saves it inside Butler. Outside it goes, 3. That's Max Strus. Timeout taken. Butler with the ball. 2 points, slashing into the paint. Outside, Martin 3.
Martin has become Steph Curry here in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Averaging 20 points in this Boston series, Caleb Martin from Nevada. Undrafted player, 4th year, crossover Brown hits the deck, loose ball. Lowry, Martin at the other end.
With 8 points off the bench here for Miami.
Duncan Robinson out there, finds a gap and slashes inside.
And something you rarely see from Duncan Robinson. They're usually trying to run him off.
Screen by Adebayo, and a 20-foot jump shot. Gabe Vincent. Nice start for him.
Got the Heat shooting over 60% here in this first half.
Melts into the lane and kicks it out. Vincent 3. Robinson here, sheds White into Horford. Drop on the sledgehammer, Adebayo! Wow!
Oh my goodness! A great lob pass. Now kicks it out for another 3. Duncan Robinson, penetrator and playmaker.
The crowd is jacked. Robinson gets into Adebayo, facing the defensive wall.
When he is this aggressive, coach, this Heat team goes to a different level.
Turnover right there. Butler in, knocked it away. Numbers, the trailing Adebayo in the corner. Robinson, it's a 3.
By Dan Adebayo, could have easily been a charge.
It's Butler, driving right into Grant Williams.
And he's pointing at Grant Williams.
of Miami.
This is supposed to be easy, you know, when you're trying to punch a ticket.
The activity's good. It's good down there. All right. Gotta make sure we're not reaching. We're playing great. Playing great. The possession game right now, right? All right. On both sides. So the offensive rebounding, and then make sure we get shots on goal. Right? Shots on goal.
A little fadeaway right here. Pure. Right over White. Foul called on White as Jimmy hits the J. And now White is back out.
See, now Smart's got to come.
Kicks it out. Strus with the three.
If you're going to double team him, pick your poison.
It's Strus on a buy with the screen. He'll shimmy his way in. Up high, down hard. Adebayo has done it again. Shaq hammers in a pass. Inside for Smart, doubled hits. It's rebounded by Vincent on the fly. Pull up three. Boy, has he got the stroke tonight. 13-2. Heat won. Biggest lead.
Knocks down the three, goes down to one knee with the timeout line. Jimmy Butler moonwalks past the half court. What does he do? Takes the knee with the timeout to Al Horford. Right now, same thing that'll make you laugh will make you cry.
Vincent got free. Another three. Another hit. He's been a flamethrower. One shooting tonight. He has gone 7 of 8. 4 of 5 from 3. Screaming down the lane. Taylor knocked away by Adebayo. It's vacuumed in by Butler. The feed. Vincent wanted 3. Look away. Martin tees one up. That's a true by Martin. Turnover Boston. Ahead for Strus and an easy 2 at the other end. Timeout Celtics. There's a long 3. Vincent again. Ring it up. He has had some kind of shooting night. 5 threes matches his career high. Another 3. And Bowden. Vincent.
And eventually, I've got to see the white towel being thrown over here by the Boston Celtics in Roberto Duran, no boss fashion.
3 games to run. The 8th seed Miami Heat lead the 2 seed Boston Celtics, and no team has ever overcome that deficit, ever, in the NBA playoffs. 149-0. Perhaps the most unexpected 3-0 series lead. An 8 seed who had to go through 2 play-in games, beat the number 1 overall seed, and defeat a higher-seeded rival, is now on the brink of the NBA Finals. Try to split the defense. We got it. Down court, Strus. Timeout. 4:06 in the first. They kick it out. Horford with the triple. And he begins tonight like Reggie. He began game 3. Strus, he's got to throw it down low, and Butler nowhere to be found. Feeding White open 3. White. David had it, controls, and gets it to fall. The start, the stop. 3, Smart. Good! Big hit by Smart. If he gets unleashed, watch out. It's going to be Boston on top, 116-99. Big win, avoiding elimination as they outscore Miami 66-43. Hold on for Williams, swatted away that time for Adebayo. Butler at the other end, he'll jam and hold and get fouled on the play. Count it for 2. Adebayo lost the ball. Vacuumed in by Smart. Here comes Tatum. team has come back from a 3-0 deficit in the NBA to win a playoff series. That's a three by Max Strus. He's creeping his way into the defense as Strus got it. Goes back away. Martin in stride. Knifes his way in. Here comes Martin. He's been terrific off the bench tonight with the starting role. Muscles his way in for two. Here comes Martin. Sheds the defense. It's Smart. The roll. He has now hit 3 in a row. So Martin is 3 of 3. Adebayo picked up by Grant Williams. The shove and the hook.
11 for 3 in the last 2 games. The last 3 halves.
Kel'el Martin for 3. That's a 3. Outside from Martin. Looked down and no one came out at him.
Where would they be without the offense of Kel'el Martin? Usually when you look down, that takes you out of your rhythm, but Martin has just been absolutely on fire here.
Kel'el Martin with a 3. He's on a heater in his first quarter. After the big 6, he knocked through. Game 5, Adebayo in stride. Missed it on the doorstep. Offensive rebound by Butler. Twirling, leans, eludes, shoots. No, put it. Butler got the Adebayo screen on top. Robinson, 3. Sliders, Robinson locked and loaded from 3.
Coach, we were talking in the break. This is why you need Duncan Robinson on the floor here.
Vincent, the dive and the boost. Al Horford, rebound. Taken by Miami and Martin. Gathers it in. Here comes Butler, 7-point game. Approaching 2 to play. Butler with a long shot of 3. Jimmy Butler just canned a 3. Butler hatchets his way inside. Defended by Horford. Butler drives, fouled. Horford will pick it up as Butler was working his way to the baseline to tie. It's off to Smart for the 7th game. Tipped in, but the buzzer sounded, the light was on, it'll be reviewed.
Oh, he got rid of it. That's a Celtic win, and we're going to Game 7.
The Celtics are going to win. There's a Game 7 back in Boston.
Talk about Heat culture. It's really Eric Spoelstra's culture, and it's really Eric Spoelstra's coaching. You know, everybody talks about all these undrafted players and these under-the-radar guys that develop into successful players with the Heat. That happens because Eric Spoelstra is invested in developing those players, and then most importantly, playing those guys.
Eric Spoelstra told me today, if this game comes down to competitive will, he likes their chances. He says, when you have a group of competitors like I do, you want moments like this. As much as we want to talk about Miami being an 8 seed and the incredible play of their undrafted players, we have to remember that the finals doesn't feel out of reach to them because 5 of their 9 rotation players have been in an NBA Finals.
8th seed Miami Heat, 1 win away from a stunning series upset. The Boston Celtics have come back with 3 straight wins after trailing 3 games to none. No team in the 76-year history of the NBA has come back from that to win a playoff series. 150 to none. Staggering numbers. And that is a good sign. Drives that baseline. Outside 3. Inside Martin. Second time is up and in. Pushes it through. He's got 2. Gabe Vincent will put in the shot. He's playing with that bad ankle. He missed a game because of it. With the turnover, it's Butler the other way, and from behind he had a couple Celtics swiping at the ball, but he gets it to go, and he gets the transition points in his first basket of the night. Yeah, one of the rarities of this series, with plus 21 from 3-point territory by Miami. 3 Strus good. He puts it down. 2 threes in a row for the Heat.
Overhelping on Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, they don't need to help that much with Robert Williams on it. Robert Williams has given Jimmy Butler fits.
Look at the space that Williams has given him.
Butler off the block. Got it. And Jimmy Butler hits his second shot. He's got 4.
It's the 11th shot he's had blocked in the series.
Pushing his way into the paint. Lowry leads it the other way in transition. Martin free. Good.
I agree with you, Coach. Caleb Martin, the best and consistent player on this Heat team through these first 7 games.
He's got 7 points in the first.
People don't understand the half of what we've been going through all regular season, and just trying to get things orchestrated the right way to get to moments like this.
Butler, the hesitation and the drive inside, bursting for 2.
Just wanted to compete and come out and give our best effort and leave no regrets, and I think that's when we have that type of energy. I think things go our way.
Tatum's got it. Shot clock at 5. Oh, it's knocked away by Highsmith. He gets the steal. 2-on-1 with Vincent. Highsmith will try to finish it down. Terrific transition. Timeout Boston. It's on the shot clock. It's off to Vincent. Got the screen. Launches a 3. Got it.
They are not fighting over those high screener rolls. Duncan Robinson just knocked down a 3, and Horford again laying low.
Lowry in the corner. Martin with a 3.
Lowry saw this all the way down because he had 2 shooters running the same lane.
Into Robinson. Beat the defense of Horford.
You get to a certain point where you can't hide from it, and I think you get to a point where you're just playing, and your work comes to light. If you have a competitive will, good things are going to happen.
Get 6, twisting, turning, shooting.
I mean, Caleb Martin is having a series. He's making a lot of money in this series is what he's doing.
Yes, he is. Martin rams his way inside for another 2 halfway through the second quarter.
Cha-ching, right?
Now by Horford. Kicks it out. In the corner. A 3. Vincent. Good. Big time corner hit.
These undrafted players
playing a lot better right now.
It's called adrenaline.
National drive, and Butler has it. Will put up a 3. Good. Big shot by Jimmy Butler.
Doesn't shoot a lot of them, but those are impactful 3s when he does shoot and make them.
Miami was the lowest scoring team in the regular season. They beat the number 1 seed Bucks in the first round. Their rival the Knicks in the second. They had the 3-0 lead on Boston. Celtics have come back to tie it at 3, Game 7. Martin sets up for a 2. Close. White. And Martin continues his accurate shooting. 16 points by Caleb Martin.
Switch. Get it to the guy who's been the most consistent scorer in this series, Caleb Martin.
Butler with Tatum defending. Outside Martin makes the fake Williams hit the 3. Bullseye. Wow. 21 for Caleb Martin.
And don't be surprised, people, if you're just tuning in to Game 7 and saying, who is this Caleb Martin? He's been doing this all series long.
Martin drives right at Tatum. 2 to fire, away, and down it goes. 23 for Caleb Martin. As the shot at the buzzer goes astray. The Miami Heat on top by 10, leading by as many as 17. Watch him here against Tatum with a sweet spinning shot. Robert Williams, but misses on the doorstep. It's picked up by Jimmy Butler. Fourth quarter underway. Outside Martin. On top, open triple.
And he's on one. Caleb Martin is absolutely on fire out here. Cha-ching, baby.
26 for Martin.
Jimmy Butler did.
Turnover, Butler at the other end. Defense to offense, transition, timeout. The Boston Celtics in the lead for Miami grows. Up to 17, equaling their biggest tonight. A 7-0 Heat run this quarter. Robinson from Adebayo. Great pass, terrific cut, timeout Boston. And the last team to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs, they lost only after they had won 3 straight games to start this series. So it was a Game 7. They stand eye to eye with history, and they did not blink. The Heat are going to the NBA Finals. What a win on the road. 3rd win in this series for the Heat in Miami.
It's scary for a lot of people to know that we're not worried about what happened yesterday. We're not even focused on what could be tomorrow. We're in this right now.
This is the second time the finals have pitted a 1 seed against an 8 seed.
If Denver wants to tip this thing off at the top of Everest, we'll do that. This thing is going to be decided between 4 lines.
There you see, Martin is 0 for 6. Strus is 0 for 8. Duncan Robinson hit a 3-pointer earlier. 2 key guys that have helped them get to the finals. Trying to find that shot.
Denver's 9-0 at home in the playoffs. They take game 1.
Successful franchises in professional sports. Think about it, 7 trips to the finals since 2006. Nobody else has made that many.
This has been one of the most unique and improbable playoff runs, not in Heat history, in the history of the league.
After a 36-point fourth quarter, Game 2 was the Heat's 7th double-digit comeback this postseason.
The Heat in an unfamiliar position. They've won each game, one of their playoff series up until now. And it reasons because Denver has not lost at home during these 2023 NBA playoffs.
The reason why this Miami team has so much fight in them. This is a team full of guys that weren't given anything. Most of these guys were cut, traded, undrafted, weren't believed in. So when you get a group like that together, you can't count them out.
In order for the Miami Heat to win, you're going to have the role players step up, in particular from the perimeter, and deliver the goods from long range.
Strus knocks it down. How about that for Strus? 0 for 10 in game 1. No hesitation, knocks down his first. Strus, 2 for 2 to start. Miami comes out firing away. No hesitation from Strus. Butler finds Strus. Again, no hesitation. Strus another. Strus already 3 3-pointers. He's 3 of 4 from downtown. 5 of the 24. Strus, long distance, knocks it down. He is not hesitating at all. He's already taken 7 shots. He's hit 4 of them, all 3-pointers.
The knockdown shooter getting wide open looks off of mistakes defensively.
Ball kicked out Lowry. Lowry fires away and hits the 3.
Brown has done an outstanding job setting the tone and making plays.
Bruce Brown the steal there. Gordon throws it ahead. Murray fires away, knocks down the 3. Here's Lowry charging right at Brown. Deflected by Adebayo, stolen by Murray. 1 man to beat. Murray goes up, throws it down, and the foul. Oh, nasty stuff from Jamal Murray with some contact and a chance for a 3-point play.
It's a really good, offensive team. They force you to have to compete at a super high level, but you have to do it with a brain and you have to do it with discipline.
Butler drives up forward, hook gets inside, shot is good.
Or the Miami Heat have come out with a vengeance here. Bruce Brown stripped and stolen by Vincent. Vincent goes right at Christian Brown, count it, and one. Tough shot. First the steal, now a chance for a three-point play for Gabe Vincent. Vincent looking for the screen. Gets inside, the floater's up and good. Gabe Vincent cuts it to 5.
He's an excellent.
Miami bouncing back. That's been the storyline all season for the Heat. Vincent fires and hits. Vincent another three-pointer. He's got 15 points. He leads all scorers. Vincent wide open, puts it up, puts it in. Hey, Vincent's got 18 now, and it's back to 2. Timeout Denver. Vincent doing it again. Been one of the playoff heroes for the Heat on their way to the finals. Adebayo left-handed lays it up and in. Butler down the lane, back to Adebayo. The floater's up and good. Man, Adebayo now with 14.
One thing about Duncan, he's been, consistent in his playoff run. He's going to get shots up, and once he gets going and sees the ball go through the net, it's really good.
Respect Duncan. They had Duncan Robinson out there looking like he scored 10 points by himself.
Duncan Robinson drives and finishes.
I am so impressed with the improvement by Duncan Robinson off the dribble.
Robinson fires and hits a three-pointer. Duncan Robinson 3 for 3, all here to start the fourth quarter, and it's a 2-point game. Timeout Denver. Open three, Gabe Vincent knocks it down. Gabe Vincent his 4th three-pointer, and Miami their first lead since early in the second quarter. Miami's overcome a 15-point deficit. Duncan Robinson drives and finishes. Another tough shot. 10 straight points by the Heat, and Denver needs a timeout. 10 points from Duncan Robinson in the fourth. Jokic playing off him. Robinson trying to find an opening. Butler, corner 3. It's good. Jimmy Butler, his 2nd three-pointer of the game. The lead back up to 6. Adebayo catches, kicks it out in the corner. Butler on the drive. The floater's good, and the foul. Well, Jeff, just like you said, all of a sudden, Butler now very aggressive, looking for a shot. Out to Martin. Martin, three-pointer. Puts it in. Caleb Martin from downtown. Jimmy Butler, jump shot. It's good. Big buckets from Jimmy Buckets here in the fourth. Murray drives, gets inside, shot blocked by Adebayo. Michael Malone was on the way down, it was close. For the Heat with another big play here in the fourth. Inside, Adebayo and a foul. What a pass and finish. The lead is 10 and a chance for a three-point play. Butler, outside Martin, back up top Butler. Butler, a three-pointer, off the side of the rim, drown the rebound. Should the Heat foul here?
I'm taking a foul, I'm not allowing them to get off a 3.
Denver does have a timeout, but they're not using it. 4 seconds, Murray, step back, three-pointer. Won't go, fight for the rebound, Martin, and it's over. The Miami Heat have tied the NBA Finals. What a comeback here on the road for the Heat, and it's one apiece. Once again, the grit of the Miami Heat, relentless and resilient. Martin cuts back door, up and under. Oh, and Adebayo. It's a barren slam. The Denver Nuggets win their 4th straight road game in these playoffs, as the Miami Heat have now lost their last 3 home games in the playoffs. The Denver Nuggets are 1 win away from their first ever NBA title. A spectacular performance
to compete for the ultimate prize. But you also want to develop lifelong memories and a brotherhood and a bond that you'll be able to carry on from years from now, that we've been able to go through something that's memorable.
How grateful I am to be able to compete with these guys. You never know what the team's gonna look like next year or the year after that. I'm just grateful. I learned so much. They taught me so much, and I wish I could have got it done for these guys because they definitely deserve it.
I think this is, one of my favorite teams I've ever been a part of because we willed our way through ups and downs. We willed our way through, the things that people said we couldn't do.